Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Oliver Kahn. Oliver Kahn was born in 1969 in Karlsruhe. At first he started playing for the local club where he played for 19 years. From 1975 to 1994, 1987 to 1994 he played there professionally. From 1994 to 2008 he played for Bayern München. Throughout these years with Bayern Munich, he helped win the German League 6 times, the German Cup 4 times, the UEFA Cup once, the Champions League once, and the Club World Cup, and he has also written a book called Nummer 1. You were and still are a very well-known person worldwide. How did this affect your private life?
Well, the fact is, with lots of celebrities, the more famous you are, the less of a private life one actually has. So I guess that is why my private life still is a challenge for me, yes.
What was it like as a child, and what sort of childhood did you grow up in?
Well, I was a wild child, and I watched lots of sports, and I played lots of sports as well as a child, and football and tennis were my favourites. And when I was 5 or maybe 5 or 6, something like that, I got into the Karlsruhe junior team, which is a football team, and then there was only football for me, seriously.
You changed from Karlsruhe to Bayern. What convinced you to transfer after so long?
Well, you see, as a child, I always dreamed of playing in front of lots of people and winning trophies and awards and all of that stuff. And at that moment in time, I just really felt that I could achieve that at Bayern Munich instead of Karlsruhe.
So it wasn't for any money? Val, here's a picture of you as a child. What do you conclude about this picture?
Well, you see, you might one doesn't see this at the first moment, but most footballers these days, when they've footage of them as a child, they're always running around kicking the ball. But there, I'm holding the ball in both hands. So, I guess I was thinking, with you, hello ball. I guess you and me could do something one day, stuff like that.
How did your parents support you throughout your career?
Aww. Well, when I was young, my dad always went to the local football pitch, which was called the Bolzplatz, yeah. And he always trained with me and stuff, and I guess that always kind of helped me and made me enjoy football a bit more. Because who wouldn't enjoy their parents or parent playing football with them, right? Well, and yes, and my parents they really enjoyed sports. So I guess otherwise they wouldn't be so enthusiastic about it all and that. And then when I was when I was playing for Bayern Munich and stuff, and Karlsruhe and all of that, my dad always tried to be in the stadium, and if he wasn't, I was 100% sure that he was always watching the game at home on his couch on the TV. Yeah, very supportive.
You just mentioned your dad training you. I guess one of the main characters / person was Sepp Maier, who trained you. He trained you for 10 years. How did you come up with some training strategies or methods?
10 years. That's a long time. Seriously. I guess someone really gets to know someone over 10 years' time. So therefore, Sepp always knew what I wanted and what I needed. From the match, from the Saturday's match and stuff like that. And then sometimes, it was quite free, so I could go up to him and say, hey, do you mind if we do this and this today? And then, because I feel doing this, because I think that's going to help me and progress, stuff like that. And good thing is we always, the both of us, we always came up with crazy, wacky ideas. For example, once Zepp had this huge like sheet that was like suspended. It was like 2 meters high, and then he could either shoot the ball under the huge sheet or over it, and then so I always saw the ball at like the last moment. It was pretty cool.
Here is some training footage.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Hey, what up,
Grab
girl?
my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city.
Let's go.
Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. I'm talking pedicure on our toes, toes. Trying on all our clothes, clothes. Boys blowing up our phones.
Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
I know a place where the grass is really greener. Warm, wet and wild.
Why do you consider football players as gladiators in your book, Nummer 1?
Well, you see, I consider like football as like modern day gladiators because they're very similar. There's an arena, there are people cheering on the people that they want to win, and it's all a psychological and physical battle for triumph. I made this connection while I was watching the film Gladiator with Russell Crowe.
Do you have any special ways of motivating yourself?
Well, you see, when I was younger and I wasn't the first choice goalkeeper, my goal was quite obvious, really, to try to achieve the pole position. But then, and then I guess my personal motto, which is never give up, obviously then helped me push myself always in the hardest times and stuff like that. But the thing is that like really never stopped me from doing anything is because I wanted to be the best. And nothing was going to stop me. But then I guess the hardest part in motivating oneself is when one is at the peak of their career, because then one might ask themselves, what's the point in continuing and like going forward?
In what events can you motivate yourself most easily?
Well, I must say it is the big events, because then one knows that one could actually achieve something at that very moment with only a bit more effort. And then I definitely felt and I had the opportunities to do this at Bayern Munich, and that's why my motivation levels were always quite high.
Why are you considered a bad boy?
Well, I have to say, a lot of things happen on a football pitch. Reactions, provoking, and yeah. It all began in 1996 with Andy Hetzel, who at that point played for us, for Bayern Munich. And at a game in Stuttgart, I grabbed his face and shook it. For the press, it was like a really massive thing, because, yeah. And then, although I really only wanted to like bring across the message to wake and the like things weren't going to plan and to wake up the team like a bit, and but it all kind of really backfired onto me like that. And then with all my experience, I realized that these actions can really change the game dramatically. And yeah, throughout my career, like a few of these incidents happened, and yeah.
Stefan Chapuisat. Prost auf dem Paulanergarten. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Those kids were bastards like me.
No,